Well, it's again, I thought it was a night where I think both teams was just really battling it out in the first half, especially. I thought the first half was pretty much all defense from both teams. I thought both teams played with a certain sense of desperation, and I think it kind of opened up in the second half offensively for both teams as well. But I just really thought it was going to be a real physical battle, and it was. I mean, Memphis is a physical team. They have a lot of guys around the low post area that are strong and tough. And of course, Martin is one of the best guards in our league. I thought our guys did a great job defending him throughout the night, and that was a big difference in the ball game. Our guys really locked in, and they did a good job of identifying where he was and following the scouting report.
How key was it to get those 3-pointers early in the second half to sort of open up the scoring?
I thought that was big for us. I mean, just, because I thought we had great looks in the first half. I mean, they defended very well, but I thought we had a few looks that we normally knock down, and they didn't go. And I think the sign of a mature team is we didn't let that affect our defense. We kept defending, and during the halftime we talked about just, we get those same looks in the second half. We know we're going to knock some of those down. And fortunately, we got some of those looks and we knocked them down.
Coach, some teams go on like shootouts, offensively, they'll score. It seemed like in the first half you guys were doing a defensive shootout. How would you what were you kind of thinking, what was going through your head to do that?
Well, we've been in a lot of low-scoring games, so for us, if it's a low-scoring game, we're comfortable. If the score it gets run up, we're comfortable with that as well. And so for us, when it was a low-scoring game, we were fine. We were just trying to find out ways to even defend better. I challenged them at halftime about a few possessions I thought we could have defended better. And then offensively, I know our guys are capable, and I think they showed that in the second half. I'm not sure how many we scored in the second half, but it was a lot more in the first half. How many was it?
44.
Oh, there you go. So that if you can score 40+ points in a half, you have a strong enough offense. And so really happy to see our guys have a breakout game offensively like that in the second half.
Talk a little bit about Dayon. Again, he struggled in the first half too, like a lot of other people. But in that the first section of the second half, he had 10 points, a couple steals, rebound, and assists. Just what he brought early in that second half when you guys were starting to get a lead.
I mean, he was able to step up and do the things that we've challenged him to do, and he's one of our scorers, he's one of our shooters, and he stepped up and played that way, especially in the second half. I thought he had a couple of good looks in the first half, it just didn't go, and that's the nature of our game. I think the more he gets comfortable, the more he gets with our system, and the more we get chemistry with our team, I think that he'll become more consistent for us. I think the second half you saw that. I thought, especially when I had Dayon, Terrell, and Caesar out there, I think they really moved that basketball well, played off each other, and got a lot of rhythm looks. And that's what I want to see happen more. And he's capable. I think he showed that in the second half, and he's going to be a really good player for us.
What did you like in that lineup? Because I noticed when you switched to that, you guys seemed to be able to push the ball a little bit more.
Yeah, we're a faster team, but also, we had Chad in there because Taco had gotten in foul trouble. And I thought Chad gave us a big lift in this game. I mean, I think if any player kind of changed the way the game was going, I thought Chad's energy, his effort, he made a lot of plays on the backboard that got us opportunities to get out and run. And our guys were able to take advantage of those situations.
Speaking of Chad, at the end of the second half, he had that block after Georgia hit the three. Did you kind of feel the momentum swing in your favor at the end of the first half there?
I did. I thought we ended the first half well. I thought, like I said, the plays the guys made down the stretch, Chad and both George hitting that late three, were big going into halftime.
I know Chance went down in the ECU game. Do you have an update on his status and how long he might be out?
He's going to be out. I'm not sure how long, but he's going to be out. He has a ankle sprain, a high ankle sprain, so those are a little difficult. But he'll be back at some point, of course, this season. I'm just not sure when.
BJ is now out of the boot, and now Chance goes into the boot himself. It's just another injury. How much does this frustrate you?
I've dealt with injuries in a number of seasons that I've coached, so I look at it as part of the game. I've always took the approach that it's the next man up, because what else can you do? I mean, you have a roster full of guys. You have 13 scholarships. When we didn't have 13 last year, but we have 13 scholarships, and so it puts us in a position where someone needs to step up. And I'm really proud of our guys, whether that was George this year stepping up for us, whether that was, Caesar stepping up for us, having to play more extended minutes, and really was solid for us tonight with Chance being out. But that's what I count on. I count on somebody, in our program, saying, what, I'm going to step forward, and I'm going to help my team. And that's what's happened.
Is there
How
hope?
nice was it to see Grant Hill out there?
It was fun seeing Grant. You know, like I said, Grant and I, you know, I've known Grant almost all his life probably. And so it's been fun to see him around. And of course, he's one of our biggest supporters. He's pulling for us, as you can imagine. And you know, it was great to have him, you know, say a few words to our team at the end of the game. And not just about basketball, but about life. And I thought that was good for our young men to hear. And because he's such a great role model, not just because of what he's done on the court, but as much for what he's done off the court.
Is there hope that, you know, B.J. Taylor could return sometime soon, or?
I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful, you know, but it's day to day. Right now, he's day to day. Like, he's out of the boot, he's working out, he's moving, but it's just day to day when he'll feel, you know, and everyone, you know, doctors and everyone will feel it's that time. But I think it'll be 8 weeks on Friday with a 6 to 8 week injury, so we know he's right there around the time that he should be returning. We just don't have a date. It's just going to be day to day and how he feels.
Coach, what's been different in these past 2 games, 2-game winning streak versus the SMU loss?
You know, I think we valued the ball a little bit better in both of these games. If you look at our turnovers, you know, we had 11 this game. That's more like it. You know, we'd like to see less, but we had 11 this game. I think last game we had 14. I think in the SMU game we may have had like 19. You know, so it's way too many turnovers. We got to value the possessions a little bit and value the ball a little bit more than we did in that game.
This is the first time any UCF basketball team has beaten Memphis 3 times in a row. How meaningful is that to you to come in and sort of make a little history of your own for UCF?
Never thought about it, you know. We just look at it as, you know, in our conference, it's a conference game, it's a conference win. We know Memphis is a storied program. They've had a lot of success. And for us, you know, we want to just go out there and compete. We want to, this team is looking at how they can leave their legacy. They're not looking at the opponent, per se. They're looking at how they can, you know, just help UCF become the best they can be.
Does it help at all to kind of see what's going on campus with the football team? They're creating their legacy. You guys are looking to create yours. What's the energy like?
No, I think that's great. I think whenever you have programs on your campus having success, it kind of feeds off one another. And so having football, you know, accomplish what they had accomplished this year was amazing. And of course, our players saw that. And so what we want to do, I think everyone's competitive. You know, this is a competitive sport. It's a competitive, you know, environment. So when you see other people have success like that, you want to strive to do the best you can too. And so I'm excited. You know, that's inspired everybody. It's probably inspired every program on this campus.
Do you have an opinion on whether the football team should be considered for the national championship?
Well, I think they are the national champions. I mean, I think they had a great year. They went undefeated. You know, they've beaten, you know, several of the teams that are actually playing for the national championship game. I think Auburn beat both of those teams, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, to me, you're 13-0 and you've had that type of success. I mean, who else can be your champion?
Anything else? That's it.
You need to
Yeah.
drop the microphone.